You know, you guys, I like Costa. Costa's nice. He's a funny guy. He makes me laugh. He's pro free speech. I like that guy. But I'm gonna make that dirty Brazilian bleed. And you know, I'm gonna do it for Brazil, because Brazil doesn't even like Costa. So hey, Brazil, this one's for you guys.
Eric Albarracin, and he says he wants to call you the Eraser because you erase people. How do you feel about this nickname?
Yes, it's the best translation of my real nickname from Brazil, because I'm like I erase everybody like this.
Paulo Costa does it again!
Wow. Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa are preparing for an epic showdown in the ring at UFC 302. Now, here's how the fire lit up. Costa called out Strickland before, saying he turned down a fight offer. But Sean had his reasons. He wanted a fair shake, especially in the paycheck department. After a sit-down with UFC bosses, though, Sean's concerns got sorted out. He basically said, "Hey, I'm not looking to swim in money. I just want to make sure I can support my family down the road." And you know what? The UFC listened and made it happen. Pretty cool, huh? Thanks, UFC, you rock. Now Sean's all fired up and ready to go. He even took to social media to let Costa know he's game, saying, "All right, you wanted it, you got it, let's do some bleeding." And we have news that verbal agreements are already in place between Strickland and Costa. Contracts are being drawn up as we speak, and it looks like this matchup will be the co-main event at UFC 302, happening on June 1st at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. You won't miss that, would you?
That's all fighting is just one big therapy session for me. I don't even look at it like a job, you know? People think, oh yeah, what do you think about fighting? Like, to me, it's mental health.
For the winner, by unanimous decision, and undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Sean
Man, every day I get in this cage, I feel better. Training feels better, the crowd was great. You guys gave me a great welcoming. When I walked in, I heard you chant my name and fired me up. Thanks for that.
Strickland recently spilled the beans on his financial demands, revealing he was offered less than $200,000 for the fight. Can you believe that? It's understandable why he wanted to negotiate a bit.
I will go take $200,000 in cash, and I will put it in the sand, and you can have that money. And all you gotta do is beat me. Just say win, man. I promise you, we will do this whenever you want. The thing is, dude, you're a fraud. You're a phony. You're a con artist. You know you are. I know you are. And if you want to man up and show the world that maybe you're legitimate, next week, the following week, plane ticket, hotel, transportation, $200,000 on the ground. That's the easiest money you'll ever make.
As for Costa, he's coming off a tough loss to Robert Whittaker, but everyone has ups and downs in this sport, right? Strickland initially had his sights set on a rematch with Dricus du Plessis, the current champ, but it looks like that will have to wait. Getting our first opponent, Sean Strickland, into the limelight. Sean Strickland, born on February 27th, 1991, is a tough fighter in the world of mixed martial arts, hailing from Corona, California. He's currently making waves in the middleweight division of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, where he's held the title of UFC middleweight champion in the past. Sean's been in professional MMA since 2008, making a name for himself as a former middleweight champion of the King of the Cage. Sean Strickland's MMA journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, filled with highs, lows, and jaw-dropping victories. Sean Strickland's career path is filled with triumphs, challenges, and a whole lot of heart. He kicked off his professional journey in 2008 with an impressive undefeated streak of 9-0, eventually claiming the King of the Cage middleweight championship. He made his big UFC debut in 2014, securing a victory with a slick rear naked choke submission in the first round. Despite setbacks, Sean showcased his resilience with impressive victories over fighters like Alex Garcia and Tom Breese. He claimed the UFC champion was marked by intense battles, including a controversial match with Dricus du Plessis. Sean Strickland possesses a unique fighting style. He stands tall in a classic orthodox stance and has excellent defense skills. This has earned him the highest significant strike defense rate among active middleweight UFC fighters at 65.4%. UFC commentator Joe Rogan has praised Strickland's defensive game, which is next level compared to other fighters. Despite frequently sparring, Strickland gets tagged less than anyone else, which is quite impressive. Strickland's Philly shell guard is an essential part of his defense. He uses his lead hand to protect his lower torso while the other is by his face, ready to deflect incoming strikes. He parries strikes and checks kicks in addition to dodging hits. Although Strickland is known for his defense, he's also strong in other areas. When he's ready to fight, he uses his boxing skills. He moves forward constantly, pushing his opponents into boxing range. Once there, he uses jabs and heavy right crosses to lay on the heat. Strickland is also skilled in wrestling. Although he can take down his opponents, he primarily uses his grappling skills to avoid trouble. With an 84% takedown defense rate, he's like a fortress on the mat. If he needs to, he can also use ground and pound. With an impenetrable defense, Strickland will surely prove to be a tough opponent for Paul Costa at UFC 302. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with in the octagon. On the other hand, Paulo Henrique Costa is no easy opponent at all. Born on April 21, 1991, Costa is a talented mixed martial artist from Brazil, currently excelling in the UFC middleweight division, ranked number 7 as of February 20, 2024. Growing up in Contagem, Brazil with his family, Paulo found his passion for sports early on, starting with football and later diving into Muay Thai at 9, which kept him focused and disciplined. Despite facing personal challenges, including the loss of his father to cancer at 17, Paulo persisted, returning to jiu-jitsu with his brother's guidance. Balancing various jobs to support his family, Paulo's journey showcases resilience, determination, and a promising future in the UFC. Paulo Henrique Costa, renowned for his explosive fighting style, has built an impressive career in mixed martial arts. Emerging in Brazil's MMA scene in 2012, supported by his family, he dominated with an 8-0 record over 5 years, showcasing knockout power and submission skills. Transitioning to the UFC through The Ultimate Fighter, Brazil 3, he marked his debut in 2017 with a TKO victory, continuing with wins over formidable opponents. Despite contractual disputes and suspensions, Costa rebounded with notable victories, leading to a title shot against Israel Adesanya. While he faced his first loss, Costa remained undeterred, aiming for redemption. Now let's talk about the most important thing. A $1 million question. Who will gonna end up on top? Who is gonna knock out who? Some experts say it won't be close, but I disagree, and I will explain why. Comparing their power game, Paulo Costa packs a serious punch. In his last fight against Robert Whittaker, he really rocked him. I mean, if there were just a few more seconds in that round, Whittaker might have been out cold. Costa's got power, no doubt about it. But this fight is actually going 5 rounds, and that might play into Strickland's favor. However, I'm still confident that Costa can find the shot to put him away. Even after a long break from fighting, Costa looked sharp against Whittaker. Some even thought he won that fight. Now, let's talk strategy. Costa needs to be on point. He has to make every shot count against Strickland. And let's not forget about the judges. Strickland hasn't always had luck with them. So, if Costa can make it a close fight and land the bigger shots, he might just steal a decision win. Regardless of who you or I think will win, one thing's for sure. This fight is going to be epic. Fight week, social media trash talk, press conferences, it's all going to be wild. And that's what makes MMA so exciting, right? So, my prediction? I'm thinking Costa takes it by TKO in the 2nd or 3rd round. He catches Strickland with something big and finishes him off. But if it goes the distance, I see Sean Strickland winning the first 3 rounds, possibly by a controversial decision. But that's just my take. What do you think? Do you believe Costa can beat Strickland, or is Strickland gonna come out on top? And what's next for the winner? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.